KWA USP is the best gas-operated blowback pistol on the market. The reason I am making this video is to save you guys some time in picking out the best gas pistol to buy. I have a lot of experience with this gun. I've had it for almost a year and a half. I got it right when it came out with the new trademarks on it. Not because I love the trademarks, because I was going to get it anyway. But I have to admit, the trademarks do pick up the appeal of the gun, in my opinion, quite a bit. But that's not why I think it's the best. I think it's the best because of philosophy of use. That means is what you're going to use the gun for. This gun is meant as a backup gun or a close quarters gun for me. And that's why, for me, it's the best. If you're looking for a primary pistol to use in, I don't know, a CQB situation, would this be good? Yes. Would it be the best? No. You're going to want something with a larger magazine that sticks out the bottom and all kinds of other stuff. But for me, this is the best on the market for my philosophy of use. Here are the reasons why. It's very reliable. Runs on the NS2 system. This system has never failed me. I've never had a jam. I've never had a magazine that didn't work. I've never had a time where I put gas in the magazine, BBs in the magazine, racked one in, pulled the trigger, and it didn't fire. And what you're seeing right there was the sight picture. I'm changing subjects just because it's fresh in your mind. And this is very important because if you're in a low light situation, you're going to want the 3 dots. It seems like a small detail, but for me it's really a deal breaker on a pistol, whether or not it has those 3 dots. Makes target acquisition very fast. Now, we're going to go over ergonomics. They're very good. KWA is good company. The gun is quality. Feels good in your hand. That's pretty much all I'm going to say on that, because, I mean, your opinion could vary from mine. Now, this clip you're seeing right here is me just playing with a few friends in a little field we built on my friend's land. And right now, you're going to see the pistol come out.
Where are you?
Look at this. You pull it out, you're running through the woods, you know it's going to work, okay? And another thing I want to talk about, especially with running around, is the magazine release on this pistol. On no other pistol, even in the real world, will you find, again, this is my opinion, a magazine release better suited for running around and jostling into stuff than the H&K magazine release. It's a proprietary design. You have to pull it down so it won't get caught on stuff, and I'll go over that a little more later. What I want to talk about right now, you're seeing me with my sniper rifle playing around in the little fort there. When you have a sniper rifle, I feel that this is also the best pistol you could possibly have, for the same reasons. And I just wanted to demonstrate that point, that maybe, I know a lot of kids get fixated on being an airsoft sniper. I mean, that's fine. So if you want to do that, then grab your sniper, grab your pistol, and I mean, right, that range right there that you see him, I probably scored about 3 or 4 hits on him. That's about the maximum range of an airsoft pistol. Alright, we're gonna move on to the next part of the video. Here I got something very special for you guys. I got most of my pistols out, and I put them in order from top to bottom in, descending order of preferability. And I'm gonna go over why. Up top, there's the USP. We're gonna go over that a lot, and we already have. Right here, this is the most interesting pistol I own. This is the Tokyo Marui High Kappa 5.1, and we're actually gonna we're actually going to go into this a little bit. This 5.1 right here has had a lot of upgrades. And, I mean, this gun cost more than the USP right out of the box, and then I probably put about $200 into it. And this thing can hit a quarter at, I don't know, 50 feet. It's crazy. And I'm going to ask, why do I still think the USP is better than... And no, the USP's accuracy is not that good. You can hit a man-sized target at 50 feet, but it doesn't touch the Tokyo Marui. And, you know, why did I rate that better? Here's the reason why right here. You see that magazine release? Right there? You see how much it's sticking out? When I have this in a holster, 9 times out of 10, when I'm running around in a pitch black CQB environment, the magazine falls right out. And that just, I mean, that's terrible. That can't be happening. Whereas with this, you see that lever right there? It's not a button. It's a lever. You have to push it down for the magazine to come out. I have never once had a magazine fall out of a USB. And I have the magazine fall out of this thing nearly every time. And, you know, we're kind of getting off on a tangent here, so I won't show you the insides of this. But this thing has a 6.01 internal barrel. It has every possible upgrade on the inside you could imagine. Right below it, we got the KP-45 Tactical. This is basically the same gun as the USP. The reason I'm rating it below the Marui is because of the threaded barrel that I would never use. The high sights, which are meant to look over the silencer. And, quick sidebar, they're called silencers, alright guys? Silencers suppress the sound of the gun. That's how you use it. That's how you use that correctly in a sentence. They don't silence the noise of a gun. They suppress the noise of a gun. Alright? And this one doesn't have the white dots either, which I said is a deal breaker. It's kind of hard to line them up in the dark. Right below it, we got the KWA, let's see what this is, M1911DS PTP. I have used this probably 5 times. It's not my gun, it's not my gun, but I've used it about 5 times in a CQB environment, and the grip I don't like, and the front sight fell off. There's no front sight, and it wasn't dotted before it fell off. So I mean, it works great. Oh, and the same thing, magazine release, the mags kept falling out on me. Down here at the bottom, I'd say there's definitely the USP and the Marui at top, but these 3 guns were very hard to put in order. I would probably put them all in one pile. But I gave this the lowest score. This is the KWA M226 PTP. This is my gun. The magazine release on it is a button, but it's very nice. I've never had the mag fall out, so that's a plus. And this is probably the most ergonomic gun you will ever feel in your life while airsoft. And I don't know, it just feels really good. But I put it at the bottom because I have had some problems with it, and including the rear sight falling off, as you may have noticed. And it has some cycling problems with the slide, so I would advise you to stay away from this and stray towards the KP-45. And if you want to go for this gun is great. I mean, if that's what you really want to do, go for it. Be aware that it'll cost you money, and be aware of that magazine release. Alright, This video is getting kind of long. I have a few more things I want to go over. Here's a quick look at the box. As you can tell, this has been through hell and back. And, I mean, that'll tell you a lot about the gun. I don't know if you've noticed all the signs of wear and tear on the slide. But this gun I've had for a long... Let's move on. Here we got this. Came with the gun from Airsoft GI, Chronoed .20 BBs 360. Okay, here's a shot of the box that it comes in. It's a good box. I use it for carrying the gun around and keeping it from getting banged up. And I'm going to read you some specs of the gun from the manual. Overall length, 21.5 centimeters. Overall height, 14.3 centimeters. Inner barrel length, 100 millimeters. Diameter, 6.05. And for those of you that don't know about diameter, that is pretty standard. It's actually considered a tight bore barrel, so that's good. The weight, 1.94 pounds. And 24 round capacity. And there you go, there's all that other stuff I'm sure you guys can read. Here's another part of the manual that I found interesting. I live in the upper part of America, Northeast. So I have operated this gun in extreme cold, extreme heat, and I've gotten so much dust and sand in it you would not believe it. And I've never had any problems. I mean, you gotta clean out the dust and sand, and the cold, I've shot this successfully in probably 20-degree cold and probably 90-degree heat. So that's pretty extreme. Here we got the parts diagram for the H&K USP. This is for those of you who have gone on an expedition with yours and have completely effed up. Hopefully that'll help you out if you lost your manual. And we can just go on to the magazine right there. Ever take any of that crap apart. Another thing I wanted to go over was magazine capacity. In the manual it said 24. I currently have 25 put in here, and I know you can't see through that band, but it just keeps on that pattern. There's 2 more where that band is. And I got 25 in the magazine, plus 1 in the chamber. So, I mean, it's only 1 off, but I just wanted to put that in there in case you're really looking for a capacity. Here is a shot of the pistol in the slide back position. As you can see, it goes back pretty far. And all this video I've been talking about how great the pistol is, and now I just want to go over a few of the cons. And there's some big ones, believe me. First con. These white letters saying, I don't know if you can read that. It's going to focus on it. Alright. Warning, not a toy. Wear eye protection. Kind of annoying. The best solution to these is to color over them in Sharpie, and then they become a lot less distinct. Before I colored over these in Sharpie, they really stood out. You could see these from a mile away. Okay. And I don't know if I said that was the biggest con. I might have misspoke. This is the biggest problem with the gun. There's a plastic barrel. Outer barrel. And this does not affect performance at all. And it does not affect anything that I have observed. But at the same time, when you have a metal slide chafing on a plastic barrel, this can only go on for so long. Chances are it will never break through And okay guys, I forgot to say this, I've put thousands of shots through this thing, and I haven't had any problems. So, I mean, but there is a plastic part in there. I'm not against plastic slides, because it actually blows back faster, but you're going to want the slide material to match the barrel material. And that's a problem, but it hasn't affected me, so I don't care. And here's the second biggest problem with this gun. See this rail right here? This is, I don't know why, and this isn't KWA, this is H&K. I don't know why they did this proprietary rail system, but it doesn't work with any flashlights that you're gonna have. You have to buy a $20 adapter that sticks out about that far to put a regular rail on this that allows you to put a flashlight on there, and that's just stupid. I'm not a big flashlight person, but if you're looking for that, then I mean, you're pretty much screwed on this gun. But I don't know why you would put a flashlight on a pistol for an airsoft purpose. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool to do. And a few more things. This safety fell off of the gun when I slid it along the wood floor of a CQB place that I play at to a teammate whose gun broke. So, I mean, that was right out of the movies. I slid it along the floor about 20 feet, and I mean, the safety popped off. What did I expect? That was kind of my fault. But funny story, I actually liked it so much without this safety, because, I mean, I'm a righty, so I only need this one, that I actually now take off that safety on my other guns. So, I mean, that's kind of a funny story. And that's pretty much it. This is a great gun, and I'm just going to show you one more thing before we go. This is how you disassemble the gun. Doing this one-handed. I'm actually going to have to put the camera down. You get this thing lined up with the slide. See how that's lined up? Pull it out. Pull that out, and then that'll look like that. Notice the slide, I forget what it's called, the slide stop is missing. Then the gun just breaks apart. I've never cleaned this thing. It's an airsoft gun. It's not shooting gunpowder. You don't really need to clean it, in my opinion. I just spray a little lube on there. Probably lubed it about a year ago. The green gas does a pretty good job of lubing it. And just look at the wear and tear on all of these parts. That is some serious use that I've put this thing through. I've taken good care of it, but serious use. Okay guys, we are going to head outside, and we are going to do a little bit of a different kind of accuracy test using my first-person perspective. And I think that'll be useful for you, first-person perspective. Let's go outside and do that. Here we have the accuracy test, the USP. incredibly accurate, but it's perfect for hitting the inside. Remember earlier when I said this thing could hit a quarter? 50 feet? I know you guys didn't believe me. Gotta prove it.
Here's the quarter shot. There's the quarter. Right there. Maybe we are just gonna put this thing right back here. Get a nice view.
There she goes. May have exaggerated that a little bit. I was shooting all around it though. I mean, hey, look at that, last shot. That's how you do it. Here's the quarter. That was probably at about, I'd say 30, 25 feet. So okay guys, we are back from our accuracy test. We have our USP here. It performed very well. It hit the target just about every time. I think we had 2 misses, and the reason sorry if you think I wasted your time with the Tokyo Marui, but I just wanted to compare another pistol's accuracy. The Marui is much more accurate than this, but I feel that the pros of this pistol outweigh the cons for the best pistol on the market. And I did end up hitting the quarter with the Marui. At 50 feet, I couldn't see it, so I mean, I kind of had to move up. 35 feet, I could see it, but not when I put the sight on it. So I was lucky to hit it. I hit it on the last shot. There's one more in the chamber. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. I recommend buying this gun. I'm not a big YouTuber. I just felt like I would make this video to try to save you guys some time when you're looking out and trying to buy a Airsoft pistol.